YouTubers, this is Musician for Life Love 171, David English, coming to you with another Magic the Gathering deck tech. This is my friend Alex, who's actually a Magic player also, and he's going to show you his deck this time instead of, me showing you mine, how I do it all the time. So, he's going to show you this deck. It's a blue-black deck, and I'll give it off to him so he can tell you it. Okay, here's my friend Alex. Say hi, Alex.
Hi.
Okay, Alex, so tell us the deck name and give us, a little bit of a description of what it is.
The deck itself, I haven't really come up with a name, but its description, I can tell you, is it's half zombie, half milling thing, where essentially if one plan doesn't work, use the other. So if you have the idea of milling your opponent to death and that doesn't work, you can always just swarm them with zombies and vice versa.
Okay.
Alright, this is the mana base piece for my blue and black deck. Of course we have islands and swamps. I have 12 islands, 16 swamps, and this one card called Tainted Island from Torment. Its original effect is adding one colorless to my mana pool, but if I control a swamp, I can add blue or black, which is a absolute must for this, since it'll help continue with your mana.
Multicolors and colorlesses. There's 3 multicolors from what I'm seeing. Can you tell us more about what they are?
Yes. Nemesis of Reason is one of my favorites, especially when you want to have some milling done. Even though it's for 5 mana, you might cringe at the fact that it's a 3/7, but the fact is, whenever it attacks, the defending player has to put the top 10 cards of their library into the graveyard automatically, and that's without doing damage.
And what set is that one from? Can you tell us?
It's an Alara Reborn.
Okay. Cool. Next card.
Sadek, Lord of Secrets.
A lot of people should know this one. It's a legendary creature. If you guys play ADH out there, this is a commander card that you're allowed to use for an ADH, but this time it's just, in a deck. So tell us about this one, can you please?
Yes. The Lone Vampire from the Ravnica series. Though it's a 5/5, it does not do any combat damage to a player, but you put +1/+1 counters on it, and then that player puts that many cards from the top of their library to the graveyard. So when it comes out and you first attack it, that's 5 automatically in. And then it's another 10, and it keeps adding up and adding up. But essentially, if you do the math right, you've just learned a exponential function, and you can see why this is one card that most people don't like. So they do try to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Also, they are not milled to death so quickly.
Okay, that was interesting when you decided to use math terminology.
There's some math
for
in there.
you guys. If you guys ever pay any attention, Magic is actually a bunch of math stuff. If you ever bother to really think about it, that's the whole purpose of games in the whole card world. It's just a bunch of math.
Simple.
Sorry about that on getting off topic, but it happens. Okay, so what is the third multicolor card that you have?
Everyone loves this adorable guy. It's
Grimgrin!
No!
It's Grimgrin Corpse Born. Tell us why you have just one in your deck? Why not have more than just
Well,
one?
I only have one for the moment, since that's all I could get my hands on for the moment. And
Okay.
if only I had more. But I will get into detail of why I only just have the one once I make it to the black colors, to my black area.
So do you think just having one for right now actually works, or is it not useful with the chance of probably being able to get it out?
Well, one, it's a little bit of both. It's effective as it is with the one card that makes it a great combo, but the chances of you getting it out is rather slim for the moment. But it is one that really does help.
Okay. So our next card that we're going to be looking at is a colorless. Why is there really only one colorless? Can you tell us?
Well, even though my deck has zombies in it, I still don't have a lot of cards that can get rid of, that can make tons of zombies. But this one can make zombies, and still you can mill your opponent from right under her. Cellar Door is a perfect example. Well, when you tap 3 and tap it, target player puts the bottom card of their library into the graveyard, and if it is a creature, you have a 2/2 black zombie token right there for you.
So it's a mill and a zombie helper in some way, if you think of it.
Which is actually the whole reason why I wanted to put more milling into the deck.
Okay, my only question for that is, why is there only one?
Again, it's just as much as I could get my hands on.
Okay. So you guys, just let you know, if you want, probably tell me if you think there should be more of a certain card. Just let us know, and we'll do that. Okay, what is going to be our next card?
Well, we have a Highborn Ghoul.
Okay, and how many do you have of this?
Just
two.
Two for the moment.
2 for the moment, but that's still pretty good. 2 mana cost, you guys, for a 2/1. It has Intimidate. We will tell you guys more about, some of these terms later if you guys need it.
Those
Okay.
who are a huge Scars of Mirrodin, you would know this card is a bit broken, if you'd like to think of it that way. Flush Allergy. Allergy. Yeah.
Sorry about that. You know how
My
sometimes it's hard to pronounce names.
My little dyslexia for the moment. And this card comes in handy when there are a few cards that are on the field. Grimgrin is one of those.
Okay, so that's where we come with Grimgrin in some way. You have this card to help you probably bring it out maybe, or what?
The fact is that with Grimgrin and several other cards, and the amount of creatures that will die from those cards, you keep the amount of creatures that will be destroyed throughout that entire turn.
Okay.
Your target opponent will lose much life.
Okay, well, from what I'm hearing, he says that this is one of his favorite cards in the deck. Okay, what do we have next?
A Moan of the Unhallowed. It is
everyone knows one of the Unhallowed. Whoever doesn't know, it's 4 mana cost for put 2 black zombie creature tokens, and a flashback of 7 mana cost. But a lot of people say that the flashback is a little bit pricey. Why do you say that?
Well, I'm not sure exactly, but
do you agree on the fact that it's sort of worth it? Because 7 mana cost to bring another 2/2 black zombie creatures out, right?
When it comes down to it, and and you're in that need of desperation, it always helps, and especially when you have nothing to play. Okay?
Okay. Well, see, there you go, you guys. That's actually a pretty good explanation on why Mona the Unhallowed flashback is 7 mana cost. Okay, you guys probably will like this one. What do we have here?
1 Gravecrawler, this is another reason why Grimgrin is limited to 1. Grimgrin is one that you can cast from the graveyard as long as you control a zombie.
Gravecrawler?
Yeah, Gravecrawler, sorry.
Sorry, you guys. We're probably a little bit tired from school, if you can obviously tell. Why do you only have 1? Is it again with, you are only able to get your hands on this one?
It is that, and the pricing for it just keeps skyrocketing, and it's hard shoveling money out.
It's like what?
It's
A
an
$10 to $12 card right here, but it's worth it. What do we have here? Girls Messenger. Why exactly do you have this card? A lot of people say that it's crappy. Why do you like it?
Me, it's the fact that it'll...
Well, why do you have it in your deck? Is it just the fact that it's a zombie, or, why do you think it's a pretty good card to have in it?
Well, just the fact that it's a zombie, but also with its undying and the fact that whenever it enters the battlefield, an opponent does lose 2 life, so you just get 2 chances to take out your opponent's life total.
Okay. Well, there you go, you guys. You got Girls Messenger and somebody that actually likes the card. Sorry about my language earlier, but I say Girls Messenger is actually a good one, to my point of view. So, whoever that doesn't like it, you gotta probably use it more often, and then you'll probably like it. What do we have here?
Grave Purge. It is one that is quite handy when my numbers are dimming, and just bring them back from the graveyard on the top of my library, and just draw one of them out.
Okay. And you guys, most of these stuff are from, Innistrad block, from the Innistrad block, Innistrad and Dark Ascension. So, you guys should already know, all of this information. But, just let me know on, YouTube, and just tell me if you need a little bit of help. What do we have here?
Disciple of Gristlebrand. I know a few people don't really like this card, but I personally would like it. Because the fact that I have a Gravecrawler and Grave Purge, I can sacrifice creatures, gain life equal to their toughness, and then I can just keep bringing them back.
That's pretty good, understandable. You only have 1 of that and 1 of Grave Purge. Why only 1? Is it the fact that you couldn't get any others, or you just thought 1 would be good enough for the moment?
1 good enough for the moment right now, but I am still thinking about trying to edit through it. This deck some more.
Well, you guys, let him know, your opinion on, maybe if you think there's stuff that probably would go good for this deck. Right? Wouldn't you like that to happen?
Of course.
Alex?
We're free to opinions.
He likes opinions. What do we have here today? What do we have?
Sightless Ghoul. Again.
A lot of people say that it's good. Why do you have it in here?
Again, another undying creature that will always be helpful.
Even though that it can't block and it's a 4 mana cost for a 2/2.
Yeah, just to have undying, and you
can
just keep
to have undying. That's a good reason, I would say. Don't you guys think? What do we have here?
Remnants of New Phyrexia, Life's Finale.
Oh, and if you guys haven't heard news with New Phyrexia, apparently they're having a little bit of trouble. Apparently, from what I've heard, stores around, Maryland and around are having a little bit of trouble trying to buy it because it's a lot of money. So let's go back to this. Why do you have this one here?
Just for
What does it do?
Well, the fact it's just kind of like Day of Judgment, but
Okay.
the only difference
The
is
darker version of Day of Judgment.
very dark, especially the fact that I can choose from any of my opponents and destroy up to 3 creature cards from their library.
Oh, well, there you go. That's probably a good reason why we have that there. Oh, looky here. What do we have here? Masquerade. From, what is it?
Mirrodin Besieged. First
Ooh.
Mythic. And it was my first booster pack from that series.
Why do you have this one in here? The fact that it's 6 mana cost for 6/5, and can you tell us what does it do exactly?
Well, when it enters the battlefield, creatures all my opponents control get a -2/-2 until the end of turn. Now, if some of those creatures are able to die, which I plan, which I plan or hope, but whenever a creature an opponent controls is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, they do lose 2 life. Again, which does come in handy when you have...
It comes in handy,
especially with one of Grimgrin's... apparently I do have a third. Especially with Grimgrin's...
Just let you know, we just found a third one of Highborn Gull.
Yeah.
Somebody hasn't been keeping track of his cards again.
Well...
Oh well, you got it. It happens. We are all tired from something. Hey, what is this one? Reap the Seagraph. Why do you have this one? Is it because it can give you a 1/2/2 block zombie creature token?
That is the fact.
Like, what other plans do you have for this one?
Well, it does help to have more cards that can give you more tokens. And seeing how Moan of the Unhallowed is one of the only ones. But this one, I can still get it, even though I will get only 1 out of 3, but with a 5 mana cost for a flashback, you can use that rather quickly.
And the fact that the mana cost says 4 generic, 4, colorless type of mana, and 1 generic blue. Why do you think it's that way? Like, is it the fact that the art looks really cool and the fact that it shows a little bit of water? Or do you think it's because you're starting to do, like, blue-black zombie decks?
It is a bit of that.
Okay, so he's saying it's a bit of everything that I just said there. Oh, what do we have here? Gold Razor? There's only one of them. Why is there only one?
Again, as much as I can get.
Okay.
Well,
if you guys already know it, the Innistrad and Dark Ascension stuff, Gold Razor's a good card. 3 mana cost for a 2/2, that's pretty good. And the fact that its ability says whenever it comes onto the field, it can bring back another zombie creature from the graveyard, from what I remember.
Yes, it does. It's perfect.
So it's a pretty good card. And the fact that it's a common, so it's cool.
Not bad.
Okay, oh my goodness.
Ooh.
It looks like we got a monster in town. What do we have here?
Reaper from the Abyss. This definitely helps when you have Masquerworm, Grimgrin, and one lovely Gravecrawler. Okay.
So apparently this is not just a zombie milling deck. It also has a demon and a vampire.
Yeah.
What do you know? It's a mixture of everything, guys. What next? We're gonna see humans coming out of nowhere? That's a pretty good card. 6 mana cost for a 6/6. And it has morbid ability, so that's pretty good.
Just more death.
Another Gross Messenger.
Here's one from Rise of Eldrazi.
We got 2 Gross Messengers. Sorry, guys, we thought that he only had 1, and apparently he has 2. But so, it's pretty good. 2 Gross Messenger makes really good one. Okay, what do we have here?
Curse of Wizardry.
Why do you have it again?
It is a great card when you want to try and say no to whatever your opponent's going to play. Basically, when it enters, I have to choose a color, and whenever a player casts a spell of that color, they lose 1 life.
That sounds pretty good, I would say. That's pretty good, and you only have 1 there. Is it because they're, like, really hard to find, or what?
Well, it is a bit of both that and the fact that Rise of Eldrazi is a bit hard to come by.
Okay. Okay, next up is our last set of cards, the blue cards.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have here?
1 Artful Dodge.
And if you guys don't know, Artful Dodge is a 1 mana cost, and it lets your card be unblockable, and the flashback is just 1 blue mana. Why is that?
Actually, I'm not sure, but we're thankful for that. It's cheap, effective.
Yeah. See, we're thankful for it because it's a really good one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Tome Scour.
Tome Scour. If you guys don't know, this is from M11,
Although I do.
M10, and M12, right?
I don't think it's an M12. I think it's
Okay, don't think it's an M12, but it's an M11 nonetheless. It's a pretty good card. It's, what, another melon card in the deck, right? It's a good blue card. M11. I'm sorry if it is an M12, that's good. Then you guys can let us know later on, right? Okay, what's the next one?
Oh, there's Tome Scour. That.
So we got 2 Tome Scours.
I believe there's 3 in there.
3, well, we're going to let you know there's 3 probably, but right now we just found 2. What do we have here? Cancel.
We have one of the 2 cancels.
Why do we have cancel here?
Perfect for countering for any spell. Just lie in wait, and when you see something that will royally screw you in the long run, just cancel it.
Okay, and you would probably consider it almost somewhat like a mana leak, but not exactly.
Not exactly. And this one, the spell's controller has no say in countering it.
Yeah. So cancel. You got what? 2 of them in there?
I do believe so.
Okay, we got 2 in there. If we have more than that, we'll let you know. What's our next one?
Another Rise of Eldrazi, Distortion Strike.
Oh. That's a cool one.
Uh-huh.
If you guys have been playing Magic for a while and you've been there for Rise of Eldrazi set, you probably should know this. If not, just go on to Wizard of the Coast. Like, go on to Google and then type in Magic the Gathering in Google. And then you should look at the first link. It's Wizard of the Coast website, which is a creator of Magic the Gathering. And they will have everything in there, right?
Well, yeah, but I have to stop you there. They're not exactly the creator, but they're the ones
they're
the distributors.
People who develop them in some way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like everyone understands what we're going to say here, that there's some almost in some way, right? Okay, what's the next one?
Traumatize, a great milling card for 5. This one, target player puts the top half of their library, rounded down, into their graveyard.
And according to what I'm seeing, it says that it's an M11.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if it's also for M12, possibly?
Unfortunately, it's not.
Oh, okay. So here's a card that's probably going to be a little bit hard unless you start opening M11 packs again. Okay. Well, that sounds cool. It's, what, 5 mana cost also?
Yep.
Why do you have that? Even though the fact that it's 5 mana cost and it has a wonderful ability, why do you have it in your deck?
Again, it's a great milling card.
Okay, that's a good reason. It's a great milling card, and this is half milling deck, so that's good. What's going to be our next one?
Mana
Mana
Leak.
Leak. All of you guys have to know this one. It's just by far one of the most broken common cards, I would say. And it's almost exactly like Cancel, but a little bit different with the effect where it says it allows your opponent to at least have 3 other mana in order to keep the card out. So, where do you think this card would mainly fit in? Like, do you think it would be best to put it in like within the first like 5 turns when the person doesn't have like 3 extra spare mana,
within the first 5 turns? But if they are mana screwed and they don't have a lot of mana, it is helpful in those cases.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So what do we have next after Mana Leak?
Consend. A little flashback. Blast from the past from the 5th Dawn. Now, this one, it's a bit different, where you have to pay 1 blue and an X amount of any number you choose, where you can counter the target spell unless their controller pays as much as you paid.
Okay. That's almost like Mana Leak, but even more broken.
Oh.
In some way, right?
The fun part is it has Scry too. Whereas
Scry do?
I look at the top 2 cards in my library and then put one of them on the bottom of the library and the rest on the top in any order.
Okay, that's cool. What's our next one?
1 Phantasmal Dragon. And
ooh, nice dragon. Okay, if you guys done M12, you guys should already know about this one. So what's our next one after this one then?
Another Tome Scour.
See, we told you there was going to be 3. We finally found it. What do we have here?
Levitation. All for 4 mana. All my creatures I control have flying.
And if you guys don't know, it's an enchantment. That's why it says all of the creatures, and it's from M12. So you guys probably will already know if you've been playing M12 before. And there's probably going to be this again in the M13 set, right?
We hope.
Everyone hopes. Okay, what's our next one after that?
Twisted Image.
What is this set from?
This is from Scars. Of Mirrodin. Basically, I switch the creature's power and toughness until the end of turn, and then draw a card.
That's cool, and it's on 1 mana cost, so it's pretty useful to be able to maybe get that out.
Yes.
Okay, what's the next one after that one?
Especially when you're facing a wall with 0 attack. Just say no.
That would be a little bit funny. I like that.
It's a great way to get rid of Wall of Frost.
Or any type of wall, to be exact.
That is true.
What do we have here?
Dream Twist.
What's this one? A milling card from Innistrad, right?
Yes, there are 4 in this deck. For 1 blue mana, target player puts the top 3 cards from their library into the graveyard.
And a flashback of 2.
Yes.
That's a big bonus right there. The flashback is quite easy to bring out, right?
Yep.
Okay, so again, he just said that there's 4 of them, so you'll probably be seeing 4 of them somewhere. And if you guys didn't remember, it is from an Innistrad series, so it'll be there whenever you probably open an Innistrad pack, right?
Probably.
Okay, what's our next one? Looks like we got a vintage one here.
Oh, yes.
What set is this one from?
This is from the Invasion block. I have found many good cards from here.
Okay, so what is this one? What is the name of it?
Metathan and Zombie. For 2 mana, you do get a 1/1 blue zombie. Yes.
Pretty high mana price for low attack and defense.
Well, but with Regenerate.
It has a regenerate of 1 black mana to regenerate it, so it's a pretty good card, even if it's a 2 mana cost for 1/1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's helpful.
If you guys paid attention to the Innistrad again, here's an uncommon called Invisible Stalker How many of this do you have in there? Only one, or do you have
one
more
or-
than that?
One or two.
One or two, you guys. So if we find two, then there's two. Okay, well, you guys should probably already know this one, so we're not going to tell you too much about it. Okay, so what's the next one?
Relentless Scabs, and yes, it is a
Relentless
foil.
Scab from the Dark Ascension.
And it's a foil.
Look at that pretty. It's a foil. Okay, why do you have this one?
Well, even though for 5 mana you get a 4/4, and you have to exile a creature from the graveyard, which tends to be the running effect for all the blue zombies from the Innistrad block. But the fact that it has Undying,
I like it, even though that's a 5 mana for a 4/4 with where you would have to exile a creature, it has Undying, so it's still somewhat worth it on having it in there, right?
a bit.
Okay. You guys just remember it's from Dark Ascension, and what's going to be the next one after this one?
The Makeshift Mauler.
Okay, you guys already know this from Innistrad, so you should be able to already, tell what it is. What's going to be our next one after this one?
Another Invisible Stalker.
Yeah, see, we told you guys that there was going to be another Invisible Stalker, so we found another one.
Oh,
And there's
the Dream Twists
another
and cancels.
cancel and 2 more Dream Twists, so really we've only seen 3 there.
No, I guess I was wrong.
Okay, so we're sorry with saying that there's 4 Dream Twists, but there's actually 3. Oh well, too sad. So sad. Oh well, so good. So good to have more than just one, right?
Of course.
What do we have here?
Hysterical Blindness.
Okay, so you guys should know this one from Innistrad. Tell us what this one does and why do you have this one in the deck?
This one I have in the deck mainly because when my opponents are attacking me and I have no way of blocking them, I can buy myself a little time with this, where all their creatures will get a -4/-0, where I can soften the blow quite a bit.
And that's a 3 mana cost. Do you think that's a good mana cost for something that gives the opponent's creatures -4/-0?
Oh yeah, because when you're taking out their attack, we don't want to make it extremely broken.
And there's only one of this one in
Yeah.
here. Okay. Well, there you go, you guys. You got so many blues, blacks, a multicolor, and your mana base right here. So thank you for watching this.
Well, this is Alex Shively saying thank you for my first experience or YouTube, and I do hope to do more Magic stuff with it.
So, thank you all for, paying attention to what we have here. Thank you, Alex, for,
Thank
showing us your deck. I should know he beat me with it.
you.
I know, it's quite sad, and I make pretty good decks. But, thank you again, and this is Musician for Life Love, leaving you today with another Magic the Gathering deck tech.